I see the pyramids, Mustafa with the pyramids. Love that. I was in Cairo in November. I think it was November, and I got to go down the pyramid. I thought that I was going to go up the pyramid. I thought I'd be able to like walk up a pyramid, but like, no, no, no. I walked down a pyramid, which was really, really cool. Johan, I see my friend Johan. Hope you're doing good, my friend. So many of it. Daniela. Oh my God, so many familiar faces. Wow. Such a sexy group. Come on. How cool. How cool. All right, guys. So I don't want to take too much of your time. Lavanda. Oh, my Lord. I'm getting nervous now. Oh, my God. Let me take all of you off my screen because I'm getting way too nervous. Like, I'm scared of you all now. Let me just, I'm being legit as well here. All right, cool. So I'm just going to spotlight me if that's cool, Sash. Just so I don't get nervous. No, I'm kidding. Just so that we're on the screen. All right, cool. Hey, welcome to tonight's call. I know a lot of you guys have already been using SAGA. You've already signed up. You signed up for the free trial. Some of you guys already got your kind of monthly or annual pass. But I just wanted to kind of like share with you how you can use SAGA and what I would be doing and what I'd be focusing on, but also touch on some stuff that for those of you who are on here who have teams, how you could potentially use this for your teams, whether it's current team or future team, because the idea really is we want to think long term here. We're not just using this to be as a system for ourselves. We want to use this as a system for your future growth as well. And there's so many incredible people in the network marketing space who are looking at SAGA to potentially bring it on for their organizations as well, because they see the power of this system as well. The goal is not to use SAGA for a day. The goal is not to use SAGA for a week. It's not to use SAGA for a month. It's to use it every single day that you're in your business. And I was recently sharing on a call yesterday. It was Jim Rohn. How many of you drop a one in the chat if you learned lessons from Jim Rohn over the years? Jim Rohn has taught me so many things, and you know what? He's reminded me of so many things as well, because I've heard it from so many different people. And then Jim Rohn says it, and it's like when he says it's the birds, and he like sings it to you, and you're like, yes, Jim, it was the birds. But anyway, so he was saying that like you want to play when you're playing, and you want to work when you're working. And it was such an obvious thing, but how many of us are in the office dreaming of taking the family to the beach, and then we're on the beach thinking about how to be back in the office, right? Because we want to I want to be able to do this longer, right? And that summed me up super, super well, right? Like I'd be like, right, I'm working. All I want to do is get the family to the beach. And then when I'm on the beach, I'm thinking, I just want to be back working because that's my mission, that's my purpose, but I don't want to be on the beach for a few days. I want to be on the beach for a few years, right? So he also said that you've got to treat your work seriously, because every minute you spend working, or every single minute you spend on your business, is a piece of your life that you're not going to get back again. So you better treat it seriously. And the interesting thing is if you don't have a system like this, then you're throwing pieces away of your life. You're throwing away pieces of your life like they're worth nothing. So I don't just want you to think like, oh, this is a tool, because it's not a tool. It's many tools in one, which is an overall system. But I want you to really understand that this is how we're going to treat the business seriously from now on, because this is not a hobby. We're not playing around. If you want to go play around, go and do something else, not network marketing. Network marketing is not playing around. Network marketing is a serious business. And the fact that you've spent the last 6 minutes of your Tuesday morning, afternoon, or evening with me suggests that you want to treat this seriously, so it can treat you seriously. On my quote wall here, I have treat everyone like a someone. Right? It's something that my granddad passed on to me. He says, treat everyone like a someone, because everyone can become a someone. But I also think the same about things that we do. Treat everything seriously, because everything can be serious. Right? And that doesn't mean to be like, right, I'm not having fun. I'm not smiling. I'm not showing any positive energy. I'm going to be 100% serious with everything in my life. It's just there's a time to be serious and there's a time to be casual. This is a time to be serious. All right. So let me kind of screen share here. Sasha, could you do me a favor and just let me know? I think you can see my screen. It's probably tunneled right now.
Yes.
Can you see it? You
Yes.
can see it's all
Yes.
clean. It's not messy. It's all good,
It
right?
looks amazing. There are some pictures. No, just kidding. Yeah.
You know
Oh,
about Saga, right, Sasha?
yes. Yes, we see it. Very good.
You see it, you see it. All right, cool. All right, let me go through this. First and foremost, I'm going to go through I want to just touch on the onboarding stuff. Now, there's going to be two things that we're going to share here, right? We've got the individuals who have their accounts, but also I want to just talk about people who have teams as well and how this can work for them as well. So obviously, a lot of this process is done by myself, right? And you can go in here and you can learn about network marketing and working with Saga, but also like how our sales process works, a structured sales process, connecting, inviting, informing, serving, and launching, and then obviously how to set everything up. So really, all of these should be ticked as green, right? So that you've proven to yourself and me and everyone else that you've actually, woohoo, happy days. Like the small wins matter, right? The small wins matter. So we should be ticking these off. Now, if you have a team and you wanted to implement Saga, this is all customizable. So it wouldn't just be the stuff that I've put in here. It would also be like, it can be whatever you want. So if you believe your first step is to help people understand the product, then this can be about the product. And then if you want the second step to be about the business, this can be about the business. And if you want the third step to be about the system, this can be about the system, right? So you're in full control of creating that if you are someone who has a team. All right. Challenges are up next. So for those of you who are using Saga, you're able to actually start a challenge right away. So again, and this is something that we're also going to be improving on as well. We didn't want to launch with every single idea that we have. We slowly drip different things and different ideas and different stuff that we believe are going to help people based on feedback. But like if I start this challenge, the Kickstart challenge, right? Let's start. What's going to happen is there we are. It's going to give me like a daily step, right? So upgrade your network. Okay. And there's a task on here. Follow up with 5 warm contacts, complete scheduled follow-ups. It's basically going to give me like a DMO. And again, if you have this for your team, then you can create the DMO for them with your team. But what will happen now when I go to the dashboard, it's going to have your daily challenges for today. So I can be like, right, get to work. So it's going to basically tell me what I need to flipping do. It's like an assistant. It's like a boss. It's like a layer of accountability that you probably don't have without Saga. Well, you definitely don't have without Saga. So you go, right, I've grown my followers. I've followed up. I've followed up with 5 warm contacts. I've completed the scheduled follow-ups. And that's all you do for the first part of the day. So then when you come back onto Saga in the afternoon to do your like afternoon session, for example, then all right, I need to go back and I've got this thing, and this thing. So you can be able to prove to yourself whether you're going to have a good day, a good week, or a good month just by the activity that you've done, and if you've got 6 out of 6 completed or 0 out of 6 completed. And there are different challenges in here as well, like a kickstart and a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced. I would do the kickstart for at least a month until you're like, this is easy. And then you move up and you move up and you move up. And if you can do the advanced DMO every single day, every single week, every single month, then it won't be long until you're a top income earner in this company, in this industry, right? Next up, we got library. And I know a lot of you guys have played around with it as well, but I just wanted to make sure I fill some of the gaps that you may be not aware of, especially for those of you who have been playing around. There's been a few people who've reached out to me in the last like 3 or 4 days who have huge teams who have been playing around with it. And like, I understand how I could use this for my team, but I have some questions. So then I'm jumping on calls with them. Mateo's jumping on calls with them. Sasha's jumping on calls with them. But I love the library because a lot of you guys maybe have not actually seen, but this is our best performing social media course, right? It's the best performing social media course that we've actually got and we've done, and we've actually got it inside of Saga. So you can come in here and you can go through the course on here as well, like video 1, video 2. And by the way, the screenshots are epic, right? Like I look like I'm pushing out a poop. I look like I don't know what I'm looking like here, but it doesn't look great. I'm pointing at you because I know you're watching, right? I'm like, come on, bring it on. here, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. But again, you can add, I'm not just talking about it like what you get as a customer here, but like you can add different videos inside of like your own hub as well, right? Because remember that when it comes to the contacting side of things, we're able to share what's in our library with our prospects that includes a trackable link. So if I wanted to share one of these videos, right? If I wanted to share one of these videos, let's say a personal development video, okay? Like it's going to give me like a trackable link so I can see that if I've sent this interview to one of my team or to one of my friends as like a follow-up, right? Or this one with Sandro, I send this one of Sandro to as a follow-up. I can see if they've actually reviewed that video or not, okay? So that's like the first part. The second part is the contacts. Now my auto setting just goes straight to Kanban view. I just do it all the time. Now I hope yours doesn't look like mine. I use this for demonstration purposes. I'm obviously not in the field like you guys. I work with a lot of people in the field. But if yours looks like this, it means you're not doing anything. Right? Because I've only got 2 people. I've only connected with 2 people. All right. And I've only informed 1 person. I'm only serving 4 people and got 1 person who's myself who I've launched. And I'm in here twice. And Bob Jones is in here twice as well, because I always use Bob Jones as an example. But your first step here is to fill the connecting side, because the bigger the connecting side is, the connecting column is your potential. If it's a low number, low potential. If it's a high number, high potential. And how you do that is you go on import contacts, and the team are working diligently to make every single step even smoother. And as you'll see, there's little help guides here in the meantime for you to be able to follow step by step. And genuinely, I've had my dad go through this process. My dad, he has multiple sclerosis. I am his remote control. He can't do anything without me and my mum's help. And even he was able to do stuff like this. So yeah, if he can, I swear, if he can do it, anyone can do it. Right? He didn't want to do it at first. He was like, "Oh, can you just do it for me?" I'm like, "Nope, you've got to do it." So we can upload a CSV file if you've already got like a database. You can upload your mobile contacts, your Instagram contacts. Again, they'll be improving how easy this is. Your Facebook contacts and your LinkedIn contacts. So let's say that you were to upload your Facebook contacts, then they're all going to appear here in this connecting stage. So there could be 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 5,000 people, which is going to be quite overwhelming. But it's better to be overwhelmed with a lot of contacts than having no contacts. So then we're going to go to Ricardo. And Ricardo, I've imported in, let's say, right? It's going to have Ricardo. It's going to have his email. You know what? Let me use Bob Jones, because I know Bob Jones. I think Ricardo, I don't even know how he's in there. But there we are. There we are. bbobby221@gmail. That's definitely not a real account. Okay. So anyway, we can see different activities. So this person actually joined, Bob Jones in this example, joined through the lead magnet. We've got resources that we can share, a script. We can share videos. That's the library. But this is the beauty of it, right? This is the AI assistant. So you've probably heard of this saying before. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself, right? This AI assistant allows you to never be by yourself ever again. Right? You can add labels, you can add descriptions, you can see all the different, this means I've got their Instagram account, this means I've got their email address, this means I've got their phone number, this means I can access them on WhatsApp. So with one click of a button, I can go to that place and send a message. But if I click Start Journey, Share Script, all the scripts that I've got can appear here, and you'll be able to edit these as we go on and open and unlock different features, especially with those of you who have teams who have specific scripts that you want. And remember, every time I share a different script, our system is going to know that that's being done and move that person from connecting to informing, and so on and so forth. If I click on the Instagram button, it will take me to their Instagram profile so that I can send that message to them. If I click on WhatsApp, it will open WhatsApp straight to them. I'm not going to do it now because it'll open my WhatsApp with sensitive data there. And look, straight away, it now knows that I've moved on to the inviting stage. Okay. And now I want to share a script again. Okay. And then I share. It's so simple. I copy it this time, and I send it to them, right? And now I'm in the inviting. So, oops, sorry, my bad. Oops, I'm in the inviting section. So now I need to inform. So I'm going to I want to go to resources. I want to share media, and I want to share the presentation. So the presentation is the 12 reasons why to join network marketing. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to copy this media link, and then I'm going to send it to them. Just one word of warning here is if you copy it, make sure you send it right away. Otherwise, you'll forget. That's why it's usually better to use one of these. Like, go to Instagram, send it. Email, send it. Text it, send it. WhatsApp, send it. Right? But in this example, I'm going to copy it. And remember, I'm just going to go incognito. This is the link that's all created for you. You don't have to create that link yourself. You just need to upload the video into the library, like the best business presentation or the best product bit presentation. And straight away, they can watch this video. And it's going to know, right? It's going to know. Now, if someone just goes off it straight away, they're going to remain in the informing section because they haven't watched at least 30 seconds of the video. Once they've reached 30 seconds of the video, Bob Jones is going to move from informing to serving, right? It's this Bob Jones, the 19th of May, Bob Jones, right? Now, what I love about this is that it actually, like, if I was to open up another tab, it was doing this for me the other day anyway, right? The video actually paused for me. I'm not too sure if it still does that. Maybe it doesn't anymore. 39, 40, 41, 42. All right. Okay. So it still plays in the background. Great. So this, like, I can now see that 47 seconds. Okay, great. Let's just see this again. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So see, Bob Jones is now no longer in informing because he's being informed. He's seen 47 seconds of the video, right? Seen 47 seconds, seen 1 minute and 2 seconds. So if I go into Bob Jones, I can now automatically see that he's viewed 30 seconds of this video, right? Today at 18 minutes past. And if I update it, it's going to go to 60 seconds, to 70 seconds, to 8. So imagine that you knew that every single person that you introduced, like you showed a video to, how much of the video they've actually seen, like how much of that content they've actually seen. You're going to know if they're hot, if they're cold, if they've not watched it. So I can say, like, hey, I've noticed that you've not seen the video yet. Like, let's give it another chance. Or when's best for us to catch up? Can you watch it now? If I know they've seen it all, I'm like, wow, they've seen the whole video. Then I can follow up immediately. And you're going to get push notifications on different parts of the journey as well. Push notifications is flipping awesome. It allows you to understand that the best time to follow up on the movie is when someone's watched a movie. You don't watch Gladiator in the cinema or at home. The movie finishes, you get out of your seat, you walk out the cinema, and then 3 weeks later, you talk about the movie. You talk about the movie with the person you went the movie with immediately after the movie that you watched. You don't wait. So now it's all about serving. Now, serving, in my opinion, the biggest, like, let's say boxes or buckets you're going to want is connecting. This is always going to be the one that you're going to have the biggest at because you're going to constantly generate leads with what I'm going to share with you in a minute. But serving will most likely be the second biggest bucket that you have. And serving is our way of saying following up, because serving is transformational, following up is transactional. And I want you to pay really close attention to that. I want you to think of your business as a journey of transformation, not just sell, 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 sell. Because there's small amounts of monies in transactions, there's fortunes in transformations. And that's what we're doing here. We're transforming people before they've even joined or before they've even bought. Because serving is asking people questions and sharing stories, right? And the stories, again, could be in the library. So I'm going to go to Bob Jones. I want to follow up because it's been a few days. Maybe I'm going to schedule to follow up with him on the 28th. Let's say that's tomorrow. I can't see because my camera's in the way. 2 p.m. Schedule, right? So now I'm going to have it here, but also on the dashboard. Sorry, on the dashboard. There we are. On the dashboard, tomorrow it's going to come up, right? Because it's not today, right? It's going to come up to follow up.
Yeah, if you click on see all tasks, then you will see it.
My camera's in the way. Sorry. There we are. My camera's in the way. Okay. All scheduled. No more scheduled this week, right? This week we go. There we are. Right. So there we go. I can go in there and I can see which is scheduled for today. There was Svetlana's that I didn't. It's okay to be overdue to follow up with your wife, right? That's fine. So this week I can see Bob Jones. If I click on Bob Jones, it can open up his contacts here. I can go to resources, share media, and guys, the goal is that you use this so much that you're like boom, 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 boom. It will be so fast and so easy for you. So let's say in the personal library, I've got a video. I mean, obviously I don't have any right now, but I've got a video. Let's say it's this one again, which is a success story, right? Or it's a product story. Imagine that when you're using this system, your goal is to collect. So you go to events with the main purpose is to get an interview with a customer or an interview with a product user or an interview with a success story that you can then upload in here so that every single Friday you have follow-up Friday where you go into your Kanban view and you go into Bob Jones and you're like, right, I'm going to Bob Jones, resources, share media, success story. Hey, Bob, was thinking of you. You should check this video out of someone who's just like you, who I spoke to yesterday. Right? You do Zwad, you do Bob too. There's two Bob Joneses. You got Jesse, you got Svetlana, right? So you're constantly asking questions and you're constantly sharing success stories until people literally say, take me off your list. And then you keep serving them anyway, right? You can, that's personal choice. I would. As soon as someone's got here, it means that there's a reason why. They don't just appear here. That you've connected with them, you've invited them, they've seen the information. The reason they've seen the information is because they're curious. All right? Now, you can message people. We can do email broadcasts. I don't want to go into that all in detail right now. We've got the mailing list as well, because at the end of the day, like the goal is for you to build your list, right? When you got started, do me a favor, drop a 7 in the chat. If when you started, you were told to write a list of all the names and emails or all the names and numbers of people that you started, like that you need to connect with, all your contacts, school friends, ex-girlfriends, colleagues, family, friends, acquaintances, you know, people you worked with, like all these people, and you write them down, you have 100, 200, 500, 1,000, whatever the number is. And then you stop growing a list. But the money is in the list. Your initial list is listen to this very, very carefully. Your first list, the money is not made from that list. The money is made from the skill that you create from that list. The money is made in your next list. And you only ever have 2 lists. The list you start with and the list you end with. The list you start with is when you start is made from the people who you knew before this journey. And the list you end with is a list of all the people that you collected when you started this journey. There's the pre-enrollment and the post-enrollment list. The list of strangers is going to be where the fortune is made. So we have to have a big emphasis on that. So how do we do that? We go to Lead Magnet. And this is where you can create your own lead magnets on here. And you can create lead magnets for your team to use as well if you decided to use this with your team, right? This is just a one that I have that's set up for my account. But if anyone comes onto this script pack and they get to script pack and they enter in Mary Jones, which is Bob's wife, Mary Jones, whatever, gmail.com, Instagram is going to be Mary Jones, Bob's wife, and then phone number is going to be right? Get it for free. That's a long number. Great. Your information has been saved successfully. We'll be in touch soon. Awesome. Check your email. We've sent you freebie. So now they're going to get, Mary's going to get an email. She's not actually going to get an email because I've just given her a fake email, but you get my point. Mary's going to get an email. She can message me if she wants, and that's going to open up WhatsApp with me straight away. But now I'm going to get a push notification and I'm going to see Mary Jones in the Kanban view and the journey begins. And every single person is a journey of transformation to take them from connection all the way up till launching. Launching being launching them as a customer, launching them as a business partner. There are so many different things. There are so many different things that you can do with Saga. Obviously, if I add like a label, let's say I'm going to add a label and I want to create a new label, I'm going to put this label name as like hot. I mean, hot prospect, right? Let's say. Okay, boom, boom, boom. There we are. Okay, now I can go and I'm just going to filter out all the hot prospects. Okay, so it's then going to be able to, ooh, that one didn't show me. Maybe I found a glitch on mine. Lead not found. Okay, whoops. I broke it. My bad. All right. So anyway, there we are. I broke it. So I'm going to be able to assign labels and then filter and categorize based on the labels. So if I get Jim Rohn used to say this, you should have what's known as a project book. A project book is basically you should have a book based on all the projects you're working on, and the projects you're working on are people. And he used to say, go back through the archive, the Jim Rohn archive, which is also known as YouTube, and go and listen very, very carefully. He says it a lot. Have a projects book, and every project you have, you should have like a folder, a binder, where you document every single person and get to know every single person. And a project is a person. And he uses the analogy. It's a beautiful thing. Let me just, oh, that's still playing in the background. It's a beautiful thing. He uses the example of a president. So when a president goes to a party, he has like an advisor who whispers in his ear. So let's say Anne Azu. Hey, Anne, good to see you, by the way. Right? So Anne's there. So let's say Anne comes to me and approaches me, and the advisor comes and whispers into my ear. That's Anne. Anne gave you some of her amazing products when she came to Dubai, and you met in the lobby of the hotel, and you had a few minutes, and you took a photo, and it was really fun. It was really good to see your friend Anne. She also has 2 Z's in her name. I know you only have one, but make a big deal of it because you can connect on that, right? So I go, Anne, oh my God, hey, just to let you know, that product that you gave me when we saw each other in Dubai like 2 years ago was unbelievable. Thank you so much. How does Anne feel now? Anne feels like understood. She feels seen. She feels heard. It's not like, oh yeah, I remember you from somewhere. Where? So like, that's what Jim Rohn says. If Jim Rohn says it, we should be doing it. But how many of us actually do it? None. Saga constantly pushes you to make sure that you're actually mapping people, you're actually recording people, and you're actually, because it's a people business at the end of the day, guys. All right. So if you guys are on the trial, before I maybe hand over to Sasha for some words as well, or maybe some stuff that maybe
should I jump in for 2 things? So if you click on the library,
yeah,
guys, there's some infos into. First of all, there's the crazy cool course from Frazer, which is called the Social Media Selling Course, Secrets Course. This also has a big value, but you put it in for free. And the other one is that Learn Saga. That is the second folder. And there we put in some videos. First of all, the first 2 trainings with Frazer, so you can recall or rewatch it. Then we have the call from last Sunday, and there's how to start with Saga. And there we do a step-by-step, how to set it up, how to set up your own account, how to make it really ready so you can ready and go. So everything is in there, and we watch every different step, how to set up every small part into that. Then down there, we also have a complete guide how to set up your lead magnet. And it's pretty cool because this is the one training we did an example. So we did it with someone from an organization, and we took her as an example how to do that. And the other one, if you click on the how to set up a lead magnet, this one, there I show you in really 3 minutes how to set up your lead magnet using even ChatGPT for your scripting and for your designing. So you really can set up a lead magnet in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's amazing. And no, it's like this is everything I wish I had when I was building a business. Like genuinely. And I think as well, again, we're thinking more long term, right? For those of you who are using Saga now, like the goal really, this is our dream outcome for you is that it becomes easier for you to do more of the productive stuff so that you major in major things instead of majoring in minor things. Like, I don't want you to get really good on all the things that don't matter. What matters is these things: connecting with new people, having conversations for you to then invite them, inform them, knowing, also known as presenting the business to them or the product to them, and serving them, and obviously launching the right people. Like, those are the major things in the business. Our dream outcome is that you become world class at these things, but also when you get that new team member, you're encouraging them, hey, set up Saga, get a Saga account, so that you know that they're going through the same process that you went through and they're doing the same thing as you are doing. There's no point in having 1,000 people in your team and not really knowing what they do. Because if you can simplify things, you can unify things. And if you unify things, your team will fly like you can't even imagine. So there's two things. Those of you guys who are watching this now who have a trial subscription, meaning you have like a 7-day trial, chances are that's running out very, very shortly and you're going to lose access. I would hate for you to lose access. So the first thing is, if you come into the top right-hand corner here, if you're on a desktop, if you're on a mobile, just find your little profile icon and click Manage Subscription. Right? When you click on Manage Subscription, you can then go through the process and select whether you want, for me, it's nice, right? You can go on Update Subscription and you can choose like the monthly subscription, the annual subscription. I wouldn't bother giving it a go for a month, to be completely transparent. Like, if you're going to give something a go for a month, you're probably not actually going to give it a go for a month. And you're telling yourself and the universe, I'm going to give it a go for a month and see how it goes. I'll tell you how it goes. You'll fail. Because nothing magical or miraculous is going to happen in a month, especially when you're already telling yourself. You're kind of going in there and you're putting in your Google Calendar, cancel subscription. If it's in your Google Calendar to cancel your subscription, then it's not going to work, right? So it's if you can do it for a year, do it for a year, commit to going all in with it for a year. If you can't make it work with Saga, it's going to be very difficult to do it without Saga, because it's going to make you an organized network marketer, right? The second thing, and by the way, if you're just ready to do that because you just know the value inside of it, I would also say as well, like, Saga is a community as well. Whether you're using it for yourself or you're using it for your team, Sasha and I are going to be holding, we already have been doing them, you saw them in the library, but we hold Saga only community calls, right? I think they're here, right, Sash? Yeah, these ones, right? Frazer's training, first training, second training. So we're holding like community only trainings where we'll be doing hot seats. We'll be talking about how to create content to get more leads through your lead magnet. Just basically how to build a network marketing business using Saga, but also like not just Saga, but like the basics of network marketing, the basics of social media as well. So you are going to get access to that Saga community. At our event, Dare to Dream, as well, that we do every year, we are going to be most likely doing a Saga meetup as well. So to basically build a community. It's not a tool, it's a system, it's a community. It's much, much more, which you'll find out more. So if you want to upgrade that subscription so you don't lose access with the trial, click on Manage Subscription and go through that process. So Manage Subscription. Then on here, you will see something when it decides to load. Bum, 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 bum. I think it's the blue button, which I just showed before. Update subscription and go through the steps to select that subscription. For those of you, Sash, do you want to talk about the link that you mentioned me?
Yes, I just also put it in the chat. There's a link. If you have any problems or questions for Saga, like importing your data, and you're not a tech person like I am, and say, like, oh, I have some troubles. Don't feel bad. That's normal. That can happen. But therefore, we have the Saga support team, and you can book a free call, and they will help you with anything you have. So if you have a special question, maybe for the different language, and you don't figure out the solution, you can go there. That's the first one. If you don't want to book a call, you can go on the top hand right side of your own Saga and send a question to support. So let me show you that. So you can go there in the top hand and click here, and then you see that I hope you see that. You can click here, send a message to support. And also, we have some kind of community. If you have the feeling, hey, there's a feature which is needed, you can put it in there and the developer take care of it. So you see here, if there are some things which is asked for, you see like the library, there will come a cool update. I don't want to spoiler something, but everyone who uses boards at the moment, afterwards, after the update, he will delete immediately the subscription of boards, because actually you will have boards in Saga.
Amazing. Should we answer some questions, Sash, for anyone who has some questions whilst they're on here? So guys, if you have any questions, just for speed, means we can get to more. If you can write them in the chat, if you're able to, then we'll answer them that way. We'll probably be able to answer more questions that way than if we bring you on the stage and all that. And also, I know some people are camera shy and microphone shy, which is absolutely fine. So writing them, you can write them in German or English. Sasha speaks both. I struggle to do just English, but I get by. Yes, Rina, can we filter contacts by Instagram, Facebook, or emails? Yeah, I don't think I showed that. I don't think I showed that on my end. Let me. Did I show that on my end?
So the answer is yes.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't share my screen. My bad. Yeah, so what I like is I like this. Sorry, I need to just get rid of this, don't I? Boom, there we are. I really like this. So in the messaging section, I really like this page because the icons that are highlighted are the ones that you have available, right? So I can come in here and I can be like, right, Mary Jones, Instagram, click Instagram, message her, done, right? Then I can go Ricardo, all right, I need to email, done. And then I got Bob Jones, all right, WhatsApp, done. So I can play. I just really like this feature. I think it's really cool. So
yeah, and if she clicks on sources, she can select where it came from. So if she selected that, and also she could do some labels after, for example, importing Instagram, she can label everyone with the IG, and so she can select it with the label then specific.
It doesn't like my label, but we'll get that fixed. Mary Jones was hot and now she's not.
So there was another question about the lead magnets. We can make just one or two. No, you can do unlimited. Whether to make for opportunity or I can have two. No, you can even have more than two. You can have multiple. There's no limit on that.
And what about, Sasha? This is a question that I don't know if it's come up properly. What about languages? What would you say about languages? Because this is one of the things that Jessie Lee and I spoke about a lot. Was like one of her things about Facebook groups and stuff, and you were a big part of her team as well. Was that she has an English team, a Spanish team, an Italian team, a German team, a Swedish team. They don't all speak English so well, so she had to have a Facebook group for all these different languages, and that ruined things because there's something known as power in numbers. So if you first and foremost, what languages do we support in Saga from a B2C, and then obviously if you have a team multinational.
But if you click on or if you show Saga and you click on your face, and then on the you have to show it first.
Yeah, sorry. My bad. It's late. It's nearly midnight here, guys. So I'm
and click on your face and then click on the flag.
Yeah.
Then you see the languages.
Espanol. Uh-oh. I'm running a risk being everything. Oh my lord. Tablero. Hey, I can learn Spanish this way. Lead magnet. There we go. Lead magnet. For those of you who don't know Spanish, lead magnet is lead magnet in Spanish. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bum 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 bum. All right, my girl Daniela says my girls had calls with the Saga team. They're top. Love it. Can you manually move people across if they're in the process when you import them? Yeah. So I didn't actually show that. Sorry, my bad. Bum, bum, pow. Let's go. Let's go. So I can go like this, or I can go like this, or I can go like this, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Simples.
So Johan is asking about filter for languages. So there's no specific filter for languages. The one thing I would recommend is to use a tag for every different languages because you can set up multiple tags to every person. So you can say like this person is like Fraser said, it's hot and it's from Italy. So then he can put these two tags in, or then he could like person is hot from Italy and interested in the product. So you can put multiple tags like as you want, and then you can filter it all by that. And you also can hide your lead magnet again, which makes sense because I just would only work with one at a time and not multiple ones. You just go back to the lead magnets and to edit, and then there's on the left hand side there's an eye, and if you click on it, then that means hide the lead magnet. By the way, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, we have a community Q&A call. So if you have any questions, you are always welcome to come to this call. And we also have normally 30 minutes of training and then 30 minutes of Q&A. Daniela, for example, was an example.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Mm-hmm.
always there. Sue, too. Yes, so some I see.
So to two things, actually. Like one thing I will say is the team here, the developers are like wicked smart. Uh, and again, like whenever a feature is added, it's because the community have asked for it. Like it's not just like, oh, we should do this because this company has it. Like if you're aware or you use another company that has a great feature that you love that this doesn't have, if you recommend it and it gets enough popularity behind it, and the development team especially think like we can easily do that, then they'll add it in. And the great thing is as well, and maybe Sasha, I can't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, is like they're not going to make you pay more. Like they just now, yes, if there are features out there that require like you've got to send out 1,000 emails or all these different stuff, there might be like a bolt on, but yeah, genuinely they just want this to be the best system for network marketers. The second thing, Lavonda, I've seen your things, but I've just scrolled past it. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Um, Sash, Lavonda has a really big team. She's amazing. She's a powerhouse. She's a recruiting animal and top income earner in her company. Um, she's saying for those of us with large teams, how will the saga be exactly like ours? Is there a template, or we have to train on how to set it up? So like, because it's kind of customized, right? It's like it's not, we don't call it white label, but that's kind of how it is, right?
Yes, so there's a white label behind that, but we set up a complete onboarding structure on how to start it with your team, how to set it up for your team specific. The I would say the big difference or the big advantage or difference is like you customize the onboarding specific for your team. Of course, Fraser to have it in the onboarding is amazing, but at some
Mm-hmm.
point it's cool to have if you train your team to put in your team specific things because everyone should use the same system and the same language. So therefore that is the big advantage if you have that. And the cool part here is you can use it for multiple languages. So for example, we use it in 5 different languages and have all the same training just in a different languages. So whether we
Mm-hmm.
go to a Spanish team, to a UK team or a German team,
Mm-hmm.
even they don't understand each other, they still use the same system and train with the same system.
And the lead magnets can be utilized from everyone in the team, right?
Yes.
And but also with the business the business one, like you can create info pages So instead of just like a video, there can be like an actual information page as well that everyone can use and have their own link.
Exactly. So the big thing here is people who come from Fraser are super smart. And no, it
Hey!
is. Otherwise, they would be not in your course. So they are already highly skilled and trained. And so you have a lot of knowledge from Fraser, and that's a big advantage. The only disadvantage is if you have a team, they have to join Fraser too, which I obviously recommend. But new people, they have to start with the basics. And therefore, for example, for the teams, they don't have the opportunity to put in their own lead magnets. You, as the team leader, is doing that for them, so they don't vanish in the first week. That say, "Oh, I have to go to a Canva course because I have to do my own lead magnet, so I'm off for a week." And they don't come back anymore because they lost in Canva. Here you can make it for your team so they can immediately go into action. That's I would say some of the biggest differences.
And one last question with this as well. Like, are you as the leader, are you able to like track people's progress in terms of seeing how much of the onboarding they've done? Or maybe you do like a challenge of like leaderboards and stuff like that. Are you able to do that with the team version?
Yeah, there are multiple things you can track. The one thing is like we have a leaderboard, so you see by the action who's doing the action, and these people are up in the leaderboard. That's one. You have the graphical feedback on how much a new person did already the onboarding. Of course, you cannot see it. The guy has to screenshot it and send it to you, but still, there you see it. And with the new analytics, you really see how much action someone did in 1 week, in 1 month, or in the year.
Yeah. And that's something I think will be improving as well as the number of teams and companies who use this system will, to be able to give the leader visibility on what the team is doing and the gamification of the whole process as well. All right. So unless there's anything else, Sash, I think we are.
Yes.
We are good to go. Again, guys, like just be mindful that the trial that you're on will be ending very, very soon. Some of you guys will be ending tonight. Some of you guys maybe in the next like 24 hours or so. So just make an educated decision on whether you feel that this system is going to be something that you are going to implement for the long term, or it's something that you're going to go and try and build yourself, find another version of a system, or what I will say, and it was actually Sasha who told it to me, or mentioned it to me. If you have a system, you learn the system. If you don't have a system, you learn everything else. And the last thing I want you to do is learn everything else. Learn the system, do the system. It's like learn the basics, do the basics. Learn the system, do the system, move forward with the system instead of going and trying to learn everything and being amazing at all the things that actually don't matter. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being on here. Sasha, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, as always, friendship and partnership and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I'm really excited for you guys who are going to be using Saga and moving forward with it. All right. Any of you guys on here who want to discuss as a leader, who want to discuss this with their teams as well, feel free to message me. I'm happy to help. All right. Big love, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
see you soon.
Fraser.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
helping
mate.
us. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.